Third quarter now underway. Atid sa atin ng Motolite for Express atid service. Call 370-6686. Larry Fonacher caught at the wrong place at the wrong time there na undercut niya. Itong si Melton, no malice, no intention, pero still a foul.
That is correct. And Purefoods just going back to their execution. Their vaunted triangle offense being displayed perfectly here in the first two quarters. The nice thing is they're not overly dependent of the scoring prowess of Denzel Bowles. Denzel only scored 7, but nabanggit nga natin, the locals are enjoying the game once again because they are part of the scoring parade.
Alam mo yung 28 points ng Token Tex, ha? Yan ang na-hold sila ng Purefoods to their lowest in this series, and actually, the lowest first half total ng Tropang Texers in the last 10 seasons, Coach RG. Kaya pwede natin sabihin, ang depensa ng Purefoods nangangagat na.
Tama yun dahil itong si Coach Tim Cone, maraming nagsasabi na yung disiplina niya sa offense ang nagpapachampion sa kanya. But on the contrary, it is not just that. It is really the discipline on the defensive end. At ngayon nakikita natin, it is very nice to see if you're a Purefoods fan because not only are they executing well on offense, but they're also making the necessary defensive stops.
Melton will pull up off one dribble. Parehong team hindi pa nakakabutas in this third quarter. Ball will remain with the Tropang Texters.
The shot meter of Token Tex from the three-point area is also very, very bad. They're only 4 out of 19 for a measly 22% from the three-point range. Remember in Game 3, they exploded for 19 out of 32 attempts for a very high 59% clip from the three.
Sa puntong ito, makibalita tayo kay Miss Erica.
According to Coach Richard, this is the situation they like. A defensive, low-scoring game na ayon sa tempo na gusto nila. Mas nalilimitahan daw nila ang possessions ng TNT, and even if they have the chance to run, they should stay disciplined and focus on execution. And even with Denzel Bowles getting just 7 points from first half, everybody got involved. Para naman kay Coach Josh ng Tropa, they struggled offensively and defense got too soft. It doesn't matter daw if they miss shots. They can't get comfortable on defense just because their offense was on fire for the past 2 games.
Well, we've talked about that extensively in the first two quarters and even during the halftime break. If there is one thing that Purefoods really wants to take control, it is really the tempo of the ball game. It is just imperative if they allow themselves to fall into that false sense of security wherein they feel like they can win against Token Tex on a scoring run and gun game, well, it's a total mistake. Ngayon, possession by possession, one stop at a time, bleeding for points. Ito ang gustong mangyari ng Purefoods every time they defend against Token Tex.
Mahigit 2 minuto into this third quarter. Finally, may nakabutas na. It is courtesy of RDO. It is getting chippy though early in this third quarter, Coach RG.
Yes, we expected that as well. Nothing's gonna be easy. There will be a lot of physicality. We didn't see a lot of those in the first two quarters for Token Tex. Kailangan physicality early and physicality often, and their defense is slowly making its presence felt. 3 defensive stops in a row. Token Tex doing the right thing in the third quarter.
De Ocampo is with Castro, Fonacher, Johnson, and Washington. Katapat sina Pingris, Devans, Melton, Bowles, and Yak. Castro on that baseline. Inabot ng foul. Foul underneath. Yung butatan ni Bowles sa ibabaw malinis, pero meron ng foul doon sa baba kay Melton. So 2 shots to para kay Castro.
Second personal foul will be called against Melton. He started the ball game. He took so many attempts in the first quarter, but the nice thing is naka-contribute na rin siya offensively. His task right now is to defend the red-hot Jason Castro.
Free throws neto ni Jason. Hatid sa atin ng Smart. Live more.
12 points already for Jason Castro, the only guy who has hit the double-digit mark here for Tropang Texas.
Melton bibigay kay Devans. Nakita si Pingris. Ping trying to draw the defense of Ivan Johnson all the way to the 3-point line as a foul is whistled on the catch.
They're just going back to their strength zone. Again, in the first 3 ball games, it is just Bowles, give it to Bowles, and Bowles will find ways to score. Now they're hitting their guys on weak side, on drives.
Right on cue, nakita natin yung ball movement ng Purefoods nandoon. Di lang makuha talaga yung tira. Bola nabalik na sa Tropa. 4 unanswered points na to para dito sa tropang Texters. They can make it a 6-0 run. Or maybe 7. Atin sa atin yun ang PLDT home telpad upgrade to a PLDT home telpad clan now.
It's just impossible how Jason Castro can be that wide open for a shot from the 3, knowing that he can really knock them every single night.
Patuloy ang ating PBA Sabado nights live from the Smart Araneta Coliseum. PBA Semifinal Edition to, kung saan ang Talking Text down na lang by 3 points. Watch Pacquiao versus Mayweather for free when you subscribe to a PLDT Home DSL Plan 999. Available until April 24. Subscribe now at pldthome.com. Puta tayo inabot ni Devans dito kay Johnson. Tumatakbo na naman ang tropa. Castro down the middle. Goes up and in. That now is a 9-0 run para sa tropa.
Unproductive trust after that timeout by Coach Tim Cohn. And the bigger situation right now is how to stop this rampage of Talking Tech. 7 out of the 9 points were scored by Jason Castro.
Devans na naman has Johnson on him. Coach Tim was talking about quicker passes during that last time out para sa kanyang 5. Mintis nga lang yung jumper ni Bowles. Castro once again looking to dance with Justin Melton. Castro pulls it back out. Devon switches over. They go to Washington. Back to Castro. Puts it on the deck. Di nga lang sila nagkaintindihan ni Jay Wash. Ang kick-out pass na yun.
Turnover for Talking Text. Not a lot of turnovers here in the third quarter, but the Blur really making his presence felt here in their comeback.
Time to shine move yan. Atin sa atin ang Rain or Shine Sunroof Gloss Roof Paint. Make your roof durable and shiny with Rain or Shine Sunroof.
Doing some Blur move there with just with a wink. Wala na siya ron, but the Blur is not just a Blur. He can also do a lot more and also shoot regularly from the 3.
The quick passes have been there para sa Purefoods, but the shots just refuse to drop. Jason Castro na naman. Bang!
10 big points to tie his output in the first 2 quarters. Single-handedly, his team is back because of him.
Purefoods still coming up dry. Pangalawang timeout there ni Coach Tim. He burned a full and now a 30. They go to Bowles on the back door. Di pa rin, Coach RG.
May halong malas na yon. It was a good eye-in-the-sky play, but still unproductive for them. And Jason Castro, this time, heat check yun. Hindi tumama, hindi pumasok yung kanyang tira. For Purefoods, he has yet to score here in this quarter. At the end of 2, they were up by 10. 38-28 with close to 6 minutes gone by. Still nothing for the white shirts.
Bowles puts it on the deck. Washington on him. Sinagupa pa ni Anthony Johnson. Bowles crashes to the floor and will shoot to the line for 2 shots.
Sometimes you just have to be aggressive with your penetration, especially if the offense is not there from the outside, even on point-blank attempt shots. Ang maganda ngayon is makuha mo yung kumpiyansa mo from the free throw line. Only 7 points for this guy. And now, with 8 points. He has struggled all throughout this series from the line. Only 58%. But these are all important free throws for this big man.
Bowles goes 2 for 2, and more importantly, that breaks that huge uprising mula sa tropa. We are now tied at 40 points.
They were so in control of the ball game until they allowed Castro to run berserk.
Johnson to De Ocampo. Back over to Castro. He's had the hot hand in this third quarter. Castro bounces it. RDO sends that one home.
This is where they are most dangerous because on the switch, Jason knows that he can attack Bowles on dribble penetration. He will beat Bowles, and as a result, other guys will help out. That will leave the outside shooters wide open, just like what RDO did in that particular offense.
Baroka gets it over to Ping. Johnson giving him that space. Bowles is being bodied up by Washington. Rivas on the weak side asking for it. Bowles cleans up his own mess.
Does not want to take any chances right now. He is taking everything on his own once again. 4 straight points to answer the onslaught of Talking Text.
Castro on the attack. Rivas switches over. Johnson will offer a pick. Pinaalis naman siya ni Jason Castro. The Blur has 6 seconds to try and generate a shot. Castro dancing with Rivas, kicks it over. Johnson from deep. No, Pingris boards it. Nauna na si Bowles. Pero nakababa din naman agad si Johnson at De Ocampo. So Baroka will look to set this one up. Away from play. Foul is spotted bago pa man matanggap ni Devan Simbola.
Too much physicality there for Aaron Aban. Aaron Aban, one of the best players in that particular game. In game 3, wherein they won by 4 points, he had a total of 17 big points. But so far, still nothing for AA.
Alas nagbalik, pinigpahinga muna si Castro na sinalubong naman na masigabong palakpakan ng mga tropa doon sa bench nila. Bowles will be trooping back to the line for 2 shots.
He just wants to make sure that their chances will always be there. In the first 2 quarters, he was just so happy giving those assist passes to his teammates. Nung umalat niya, he took it upon himself probably to tell everyone, give the ball to me once again and I will lift this sinking ship. And he has done that here in the 3rd quarter.
5 of his 7 points in the opening in the first few moments of this 3rd quarter. Tandaan po natin 41 points per game ang average ni Bowles dito sa semifinals. He goes 2 for 2. That gives him a 1-point lead, 44-43.
But the challenge really is for Denzel is he's spending so much energy here for his team. He might lose it. That has been the trend in the first or in the last 2 games at least. Nauubos siya pagdating sa 4th quarter.
Johnson may tangan. Step back kontra kay Rivas. Johnson drills it. Lock in. Texas definitely found their mark.
That's the best defense that you can do against that kind of a shot. Rivas was all the way in the face of Ivan, but Ivan was just able to take that shot with so much confidence.
Long ko lang daw, kaya 1-point lead lang para dito sa tropa. Alas, trying to save it. Baroka with 5 to shoot. PJ, daplis lang sa ring, pero na-reset naman ang shot clock doon. PJ doesn't care. He goes early, and he goes for the score.
They've been getting a lot of second chance opportunities way back the first 2 quarters for Talking Tex. They really have to take better control of just one shot. Block out and get the rebound for them to have an opportunity to score on the other end of the floor.
Alas may tangan, pupunta kay Johnson. 7 to shoot para dito sa tropa. Kelly Bebuelo hesitates. Back to Johnson for the long one. Air ball ang naging resulta. Pabalik sa Purefoods ang bola.
That was probably a little out of his range. It was like 4 feet away from the white line, but he had nothing to do anymore because shot clock was winding down.
Pingris surveys. Gets it over to Simon. Peter June coming off ace 18-point explosion. In game 3, nandoon si Rafi Rivas for the putback.
Purefoods was able to weather the storm. They were down by 2 points after being on top by 10. Now they're up by 3 once again. 41 points per ball game. But right now he's doing a lot of things aside from just scoring.
Oh, look at Kevin Alas take it all the way to the hole, coming off their own timeout.
Oh, the referee signaled a flagrant one. But of course, that will be reviewed.
There it is, a flagrant foul penalty. One is slapped on Denzel Bowles. Yumuko kasi. And Coach Tim Cohn could not believe it. Here we go again, Coach Archie.
Let's take a look at this slow-mo again. From the weak side, Denzel was trying to provide the help.
Oh, dangerous play. That's a dangerous play. He was trying to get out of the way, pero he's way too big to get out of the way of Kevin Alas.
Kevin Alas was fortunate enough to grab itong si Denzel Bowles. That is why injury was averted.
It is an unpopular call inside the big dome right now. Coach Tim Cohn still could not believe it, pero anytime kasi na mag-end up ang isang defensive player sa ilalim ng isang offensive player, delikado yan.
Sa Tagalog, nakita siguro ng referee na nasahod itong si Kevin Alas. But of course, you take a look at the reputation, of course, of Denzel Bowles. Some people will probably say na it is not in his nature. But at least in that particular thing, nakita ng referee na pwedeng tawagan dahil delikado yung nangyaring yun.
Kaya nga hindi sinahod eh. Nasahod.
Nasahod,
He was
yes.
trying to get out of the way, pero he still ended up there. Although it is an unpopular call inside the big dome right now, it makes sense.
It's going to be a very big thing
3 minutes yan on the bench.
Yes, at dalawang free throws may bibigay dito kay Kevin Alas plus ball possession. Was not able to make that first attempt. But for Coach Tim Cone, he really has to keep his emotions in check. You've mentioned it time and again. It's a very unpopular call, but it will still remain. To give shots, hindi na ibuslo the Kevin Alas. As we take a look at this slow-mo once again, the exchange is very big because they will retain ball possession and they will play for Purefoods. They will play with an all-Filipino crew for the next 3 minutes.
Nick Pinisi ang pinasok ni Coach Tim para dito kay Denzel Bowles. Sa 100 pesos HD signal load, you can now enjoy 26 channels. Kasama na dito ang paborito ng shows tulad ng PBA at Disney with signal. Mura na, may HD pa. And this Purefoods crowd is going bonkers inside the Big Dome, wanting possession to go their way sa pagkakataon na yun. Sa atake naman ni RDO, meron ding foul. Naroon di akong shooting dahil pinasa yun ni De Ocampo.
So the emotions of Purefoods right now is sky high, but we've been saying it time and again. They're fighting for survival. Under no circumstances must they lose their focus in this game.
Alas, may tangan ng bola. Even assistant coaches Richard Del Rosario and Johnny Abarrientos are at the scorer's table. Ivan Johnson caught stepping on that baseline.
Let's look at game 3. Ivan Johnson was called for his 4th foul in the 4th quarter, forcing Coach Jong Wichico to give him a rest. But that proved to be productive for Talk and Text. Not only were they able to give them a bigger lead, nakapahinga pa. So this might be a blessing in disguise for Purefoods because Denzel will be sitting on the bench for the next 3 minutes, but they have to do a lot of intelligent plays. They must not turn the ball over hanggat makabalik itong si Denzel.
Alas, may tangan ng bola. Purefoods looking to hold off the tropa. Congratulations nga pala sa Kawayan City Isabela participants for establishing the new longest parade motorcycle with sidecars, record with 681 total number of finishers. Good luck to our kapatids who will attempt to break the other 5 records. Johnson couldn't dial home the 3, but Kelly keeps it on that side of the floor. Fonasher kicks it back out. De Ocampo locates Alas. Haba pa ng shot clock dito ng tropa. Kevin Louie gives it back out. De Ocampo lines it up. Couldn't send it home. And Nick Pinisi is starting to get under the skin of Ivan Johnson, huh?
That could be part of the plan there. Nothing really dirty, but you have to get under the skin of Ivan.
Maroka puts it on the floor. Babalik kay Rivas. PJ's wide open. No! 48-45. It is still Purefoods by 3. Alas, may tangan ng bola. Hindi maipagpag si Maroka. Pupunta sila kay Fonasher. Spinning against Simon. Larry. Wild shot.
Out of direction, the point of attack of Talk and Text in the last 3 possessions, hindi na sila nakaka-score on a consistent basis. They really need Jason Castro at this point.
Play broken up. Bola mapupunta sa tropa with 35.8 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter.
At the end of 2 quarters, Purefoods comfortably on top by 10 points. But with Jason Castro's scoring spree, was able to score 10 out of the 12 points. But nung bumalik na siya at nagpahinga, nawala yung kanilang kalamangan. So, fresh itong si Jason dito sa ating huling yugto ng pangatlong quarter.
Castro has 20 seconds remaining in the 3rd, 8 seconds on their shot clock. Castro dancing. Williams to Larry. Puts it on the floor, on the run. Fonasher, Mintis. Rebound. Picked up by Williams. Pwede mag-last shot dito ang tropa. Castro has 4 seconds to generate an attempt. Castro's in trouble. Pumunta kay Kelly. Di na rin magkakount yun kahit pumasok dahil naubusan na ang 3rd quarter of action.